Leave the cobbler. Room? Fine.
So today, I'm going to tell you who I think could die in the series finale of The Walking Dead. So this is kind of my last ever main show fate prediction list, but for some of this video, I'm just floating ideas. As you're watching this video, comment down below your list of characters. Who do you think will die in the finale? Now, before we get into it, I think a subject that stays unspoken about in The Walking Dead that I think is interesting is how they get food. I want to show you a game called Fishing Clash. It's a realistic fishing game for your mobile, with some of the most realistic graphics I've seen in a mobile game. Travel all around the world and fish in different locations, explore unique fishing spots, and enjoy the atmosphere from your phone, wherever you are. I mean, what's better than fishing without actually hurting any real fish? For me, realism in a game is important, and I love just sitting there in a rainy jungle fishing. I can be just like Daryl from the comfort of my own home. You can use my gift code, GeorgeDrake, by tapping on the menu, then tapping gift code and typing it in, or scan the QR code on the bottom left of your screen. To get all these free rewards, you'll get a unique avatar, 1 mythical lure card, 50 luck power-ups, and 30 weight power-ups to help you catch bigger fish. So make sure to click the link in the description or the pinned comment to download Fishing Clash and get all this free stuff. So let's start with the most expected one, Rosita. In episode 8 of this season, there was this scene where Rosita goes outside to take out a load of walkers by herself, and when she came back in, it was really weird and off. She clearly wasn't bitten, and we already knew from where AMC released a sneak peek of episode 9 that she survived it. She wasn't bit, but there was blood on her neck in the exact place where Andrea in the comics was bitten. Now, Andrea's comic death should have happened in A Certain Doom, which was season 10 episode 16 at the end of the Whisperer War. It didn't happen though, but what we did get was this scene.
Is Rosita now?
Tell her, eres mi media naranja.
Combine this with Rosita opening up to Gabriel and worrying about her dying and Coco having no mother, to a scene earlier on in the season where she said she had a dream of Abraham warning her of something. It's a lot to foreshadow and nothing happens to her. Something that could stop Rosita dying is Gabriel dying. Like I've said, he started as a cowardly character but over time became this redeemed, level-headed soldier, but since the start of season 10 has had little outbursts and shown that sometimes he can go too far, making him the perfect candidate for Dwight's comic death. We did kind of see this with Leah because it's all about a character we love killing someone who we have grown to like, but with Leah, the context is quite a bit different, mainly being there was no conflict the viewers had. Leah was irritating and the reboot shouldn't have happened. Gabriel and Aaron had their own episode in season 10 in the bonus episodes, and when he went too far, it was also shown that Aaron was losing hope. And it almost makes me think that instead of showing that Gabriel went too far, that maybe Aaron was just losing hope. He wasn't enough for the apocalypse, which is weird. I'm not really keen on the idea that Aaron would be losing hope. You know, there was also that scene where Aaron had a nightmare of all of the villains in the show attacking him and Gracie, and he had a little goodbye scene with her, so that's really weird too. If we're going by this season alone, it points to Rosita and Aaron dying. There was a lot of stuff in season 10 that I think points to Gabriel, but maybe it's pointing to his reaction to Rosita's death. And that's what I mean by other characters dying in other shows. I think with Gabriel, the fact that Jadis named herself Jadis Stokes, even if she is completely over Gabriel and doesn't care, the fact she did that is a connection to Gabriel still, and it was just a really important part of her life to select that name of all people. After Rick beat Negan during that year, she was with Gabriel and he was the only one who really made her feel like she wasn't a former villain, you know, not like an outcast. There's also the fact that Gabriel and Negan both experienced Jadis attempting to trade them.
You traded people, yes? Yes.
They haven't said anything, and I think it makes sense they wouldn't put Helicopter, Jadis and Rick together and join the dots in their own way, because as viewers it's obvious because we're seeing the whole picture, but to them it was just some weird thing that Jadis did. So I think they will both see a helicopter again and recollect it, and that's when he will start to think of Jadis, and Negan will know there's trading. That's genuinely something that I think will come up. But with Gabriel, I think he's destined to see Jadis as this CRM villain. Even though she did trick him, he was definitely one of the only people to ever get through to her. So what better way to defeat a CRM villain? Make them feel human. The Jules character is likely to die because she's utterly useless. I mean, what is the point of that first scene if not to die later?
That would definitely be the crate full of hot dog trophies.
Is that a euphemism? What are you talking about?
You need help with that? Looks like you need a strong woman to help you with that, among other things.
I mean, yes, please. Thank you.
Clearly added as collateral for Luke, if not she will die with him. It's another thing along with Andrea's comic death that should have happened in the season 10 original finale. And because there has been such a lack of death, not to say there needs to be, but because there has been a lack of it, it's felt almost unrealistic. So yeah, maybe that's why she's been in it so long. To have one big effective wipeout, I'm gonna be ecstatic. I think Luke could. I mean, in seeing Jules die, one would only get reckless. Thing is, I think the ending of the main show will want to give you more hope rather than take it all away. And by annihilating everyone, when we already know the main characters are going to other shows, maybe they won't kill both of Luke and Jules. I'm about as sure Elijah will die as I am Jules, because you just know it's a 50-50 thing where he could just die because he's useless, or he's going to come out of nowhere and save someone annoyingly. He's currently in the herd, so he could jump out of nowhere and save someone, but I think he should die. With Jerry, it's annoying too because he went out when he didn't need to. The last line Jerry said was piece of cobbler, a very likeable joke comment, obviously calling back to his iconic scene in season 7. He spoke of refounding the kingdom. Combined with this, I think Jerry could die. I think with Pamela, I'm conflicted on what they would do with her because it's a very Walking Dead thing to do, to get ready to kill her but then last minute be like, no, you don't deserve it. Get in the cell, just like how Sebastian was put in the cell in the comics after killing Rick. In my last video I said I think this scene is more building up how Daryl leaves rather than Judith dying, but nonetheless, they think Daryl has died, just like how they think Rick is dead, and people will think he died saving Judith. So they could put Pamela in a cell, but essentially being the reason Daryl dies, again to them, just like how they all thought Rick was dead. It's the same now, but with Daryl. Ezekiel is a weird one. He's got to this place where he survived his tumor, he felt he had found a purpose again, and was truly happy for the first time since the kingdom. So it's tricky. Kari Payton, the actor for Ezekiel, said he wasn't satisfied with Ezekiel's story at the end, but that might just be because he doesn't have much story after the main show. All of those main big characters are going off into other shows, but Ezekiel, I think most of it remains in the main show with him. But what do you think? Who do you think will die in the finale? How do you think it will end? Let me know what you think down below. Like the video if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you're new, and remember to download Fishing Clash. It's free and it supports the channel. Thank you for watching. I'll see you soon.